Hello and welcome to the Sketching Round. How are you today? I'm pretty okay. I'm a bit tired, but I have a coffee. I have somebody that we will draw. So let's begin. 1 second. Okay, so. Okay, let me think. Is there anything else? Yeah, let me tell you a little bit about me. I'm the Sketching Round. At least that's how my channel is called. I'm drawing portraits, and yeah, you found one of my live streams probably after it was live, but thank you very much for watching, and we will change to the draw mode. So as you can see, and as you probably have seen when you clicked the thumbnail, we will be drawing Christopher Reeve, Superman, the classic Superman, not the Henry Cavill. I have drawn Henry Cavill as The Witcher. If you're interested in that, you can find that in my time-lapse videos and in the old live video if you prefer that. And yeah, I always prepare the picture so that we can start from something other than let me see, that we don't start with a blank paper, because it's not that exciting. Normally it's always the same measurement and so on. If you're interested in seeing that for specifically this portrait, you will be able to see that in the time-lapse video. I always produce a time-lapse video out of the live stream, so you can catch up with that if you are interested. Release should be next week, Monday normally, but we will see. I have drawn a lot on gray paper, and today, for the first time for quite some time, I am drawing on white paper. This picture is not so when you draw on the gray paper, it works very well for stuff like for very high contrast pictures. So if you have very exciting lighting, for example light and shadow, that works really well on gray paper. With the white pencil and black pencil, I'm using a black white pencil on a pastel, actually, on the gray. I like the look very much, but it works very good with dramatic lighting. This is daylight without direct sun, so not a lot of shadows in the face, so it doesn't work that well, therefore, with the gray paper and the dramatic black and white you can get there. So we're drawing with on the white paper without white. Also allows me a bit more detail. Hello Narcissus, welcome. Thank you very much for joining. How are you today? I saw you joined the Discord. Happy to have you there. It's not the most lively Discord yet. I hope at some point it will be, but glad to have you there anyway. So hello Alex, welcome to the stream. How are you today? So on the white paper I can draw with the mechanical pencil. I cannot really do that on the gray paper, because on the gray it looks very silvery, very reflective. And that's not the case on the white. Probably has some reason, some explainable reason. I cannot give it to you though. But it works very well for details on the white paper, so we will take our time today to get this as detailed as we want. And that is pretty detailed, probably. We will see. Yes, the Discord server. For everybody who doesn't know, I have a Discord server. You can find the link, and also to all my other social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, in every video, time-lapse video, not live video, so you can find the information there down in the description, and you can join and discuss. You can also show I have a channel where you can show your pictures. If you have a channel, you have also an advertisement channel where you can post your videos. So yeah, happy for you. I would be glad if you would join the Discord. And well, what we? You want loads of details. Okay, I will do my best. So I actually asked on YouTube, on my community page, for what my subscribers think is the best and most interesting Superman, because I have drawn Superman. Not Superman. I have drawn Joker, I have drawn Harley Quinn, I have drawn Batman, I have drawn Wonder Woman. I have not yet drawn Superman. Today sucked. A trip and break, a glass cup, the shard got... Oh, that sounds terrible. How did you have to go to the hospital? It sounds like you should have gone to the hospital. I hope you're all right and it doesn't hurt that much. I haven't drawn a Superman, but I have drawn a Henry Cavill. So if you have not seen him, I have drawn him. You can find the time-lapse and full live video on my channel. And yeah, a lot of people said Christopher Reeve, and I really like the old Superman movies. And I also I'm probably one of very few people that likes the Superman Returns, which is a direct sequel of the old ones, and it's really good in terms of that it is really similar to the vibe of the old Superman movies. So it really is a direct sequel from the feeling, from Brandon Routh in the role. He looks just like Christopher Reeve. It is in that regard, I think it is really good. But of course, the original is Christopher Reeve, and a lot of people voted for him, so here we are, drawing Christopher Reeve. Stitches, it will heal in 3 days. I'm not that sure. Small cuts. I hope you take care of yourself. Don't overdo it. So if it has to be treated in a hospital, well, I don't know. You are not in India, but I have no idea how it is with hospitals where you live. In India, there would have been a big problem right now, right? So take care of yourself and be careful. And sit down or lie down and don't put too much pressure on your foot. So to be a little bit careful. I always put my head in front of the camera, so I try to go more sideways than to the front when I'm drawing stuff like these very delicate shadows and stuff like I'm doing right now, direct in the eye. I have to be a bit careful, and I'm watching differently, but I don't want to show you the head, so I will look from the side. I try to do, at least. Probably you will see my head a lot anyway. So I try to, as I said, I want to try to put in a lot of details, so I will also try to put in a bit more details into the eye, because the picture I have has a good enough quality to warrant for that, so I can really try to put in a bit more detail. And yeah, we'll see if it works out. So have to make sure to have the light reflections. The light reflections under the sky outside are difficult sometimes, because they are not as clearly defined as a light that is somewhere and shines a direct point or something into the eye. Government insurance sucks in my country because everyone always wants cheaper healthcare, but they didn't pay the insurance fee, so okay. Yeah. Did anyone watch the Superman movie, the one that's called Red Superman? I am not aware of. Do you mean the animated movie, Superman Red Sun? Might be that it is called differently in your country. I think there should. I haven't seen the movie, but I've read the comic, and I think there is a comic, Superman Red, an animated movie, Superman Red Sun. Should be out already. I would be interested in watching it, definitely. I like to watch all of them. But I have seen I have read the comics, so I know in general the story. So I will probably draw a lot with at least the shading and the face and stuff like that with the mechanical pencil, because I have a lot of control over it, and it's always sharp, it's always pointy, so good for details. But for the dark parts, of course, I need a darker pencil. Yes, Soviet Superman, exactly. Yeah, it is about Superman if he would have landed in Russia, not in US, right? Hello, Gallery Gamba. Welcome to the channel. How are you today? So, as always, very important, the eyelashes. You can definitely not see them on the small picture that you see. So, but they are there, and we need them to be there. I have a feeling I'm drawing them a little bit too long, so it looks like he has been has had a little bit of makeup. Might look a little bit too young. He already looks pretty young, actually. So we will find out. But now, for now, we will move to the other eye. I want always to make sure that we have the same size and stuff before we go over to the other areas. And with the eyes, the right eye, his left eye, from our side, the right eye, is a bit bigger. So we have to make sure that we also have that in there, because we want to copy the photo, of course, but we still have also to make sure that it looks natural. So that lies in the eyebrow. It is a raised eyebrow, therefore the eye is bigger, so we have to raise the eyebrow, make sure that it is not in one line. Hey Anna, welcome to the stream. I know already how you are, because I've watched your premiere and we have talked or written, so glad that you could make it. I have to check on the screen the height. Yeah. So we have the situation that the lower part of the eye is higher, as we have here, and the upper part also is a bit higher than on the left side. So I think we are pretty good with size and everything. I'd have to take care with the iris though. Arthur Pugh could join the Discord, Gray. In the regular starting time, 7 p.m. German time. Exactly. So I am on time. I don't change the time. Anna, I always try to, from time to time, I am too late, but the regular time is 7 p.m. That means 20 minutes ago. So today, for example, I completely started on time. There are instances where it is a little bit later. So you wrote in a comment you don't know what Discord is. So let me tell you. Discord is a chatting app, more or less, a communication app. It is I don't know what app you are using. I know that every part of the world is using a different app, so you wouldn't know the ones that I tell you. But it is a messaging app where you can add your friends, but not only that, you can also have and create, even with a free account, you can create your own server and invite people there. and build up channels and give it a structure really. So I have, for example, a channel where people can post their own videos so other people can watch them. I have a channel where I post my schedule and a general communication channel, a channel where people can post their pictures and discuss those pictures, a channel where people can propose who I should draw, stuff like that. So it is available as an app, and you can, it is also via browser available. So check it out, and if you want to, come and visit the Discord, my server. The link to the server you can find in every video that is time-lapse, not live. Start live at a great time today. Haha, yeah, it is, as I said, it is the regular time. Anna is really good. So I really enjoyed her colored pencil portrait. Especially the hair was really amazing. So if you don't know her channel yet, go check it out. By the way, let me also remind people to give me the like and perhaps to subscribe if you haven't already. I don't know. No, I have actually one or two of the sentences of the things you have discussed in your video, in your premiere. I have put into Google Translate, but I do not know one single. It is Hindi, right? It's I don't understand it at all regularly. I need support from Google. But there was some sentence that Google Translate even could not really translate for me, so I gave that up. So we have the other eye. I think the iris is the same size, and I think it's also from the height and the size, it's pretty okay. So it's in general a little bit lighter than the left eye. I think we also have that. For some reason this pencil does not really want to draw. This is a little bit big, but when it's dry I can remove a little bit from the gel. Hey Shak, welcome to the stream. I have seen that you were online. I was actually hoping that you would drop by, but I wasn't sure if you were already playing Ark or if you were still playing Ark. And hey Mary, welcome. Thank you very much for dropping by. Thank you, Mary. Not much there yet, but the eyes are in the original already in a different size. both, so that is already something we have to be careful to reflect and make look right, so that it does not look like it was a mistake, that the eyes are two different sizes. So that is not right. I am pretty okay. I am a bit tired. I have I had to do something in the garden that was a bit taxing. Is that the right word? I always say taxing, I think. I don't know exactly an other word that I could use. So the eyelashes are normally not sitting directly on the eye. So sometimes when you start drawing and you draw how you think about eyes and have not really looked too closely, a lot of people, children for example, which is totally valid that they draw that way, of course, but they put the eyelashes directly on the eyelid here, directly next to the white of the eye, which is not correct. Normally the eyelashes come out of the skin a little bit deeper than the eyeball is, and if you respect that and draw it like that, it directly looks much more realistic. Of course, you should draw it like it is in the picture that you try to draw, because it could be that there is it's looking in a special way. For example, if the person's looking up, it can very well be that it looks like it is coming directly out of the eyeball. So draw it like it is, but keep in mind that it sometimes is not directly underneath the eye. Or most of the time, actually. So just remember, look closely and draw what you see, not what you think. That is too far out. I am missing so much. I'm sorry. Preparing sketches for my alien painting for Friday. Ooh, alien painting. Looking forward to that. Already playing. Okay, start 3 hours ago. Shakira, you hate sleep. I hope you're good. I hope you are not awake because you're not well or something. So, the girl who asked you to visit is actually dangerous. A watching and only 6 likes. Who did not click? Sometimes it just doesn't count anymore. When you enter, it doesn't count anymore. It could be that, although on my side it seems to actually count. So right now it shows me 9. So thank you very much for reminding people, Mary. So, the girl started pestering me to draw her Barbie dolls again and again. Ah, okay. The person from your premiere. Okay. So your day off, great. So I'm coming hang out with you guys, considering I don't usually get a chance. Yeah, I'm very thankful for that. And I'm very sorry still that it's at such a bad time for you. I'm still not happy with this line. This line is driving me crazy right now. So I cannot draw it like that, but I have to be careful because I already drew it pretty dark. I cannot really erase it that much anymore, but the line has to go down here. So I think the eye has to be corrected also, so that it goes down here, and then this line can go down here, and then we are better off, and have to use the old line that I can't really erase that well anymore as a shadow, which is okay because there is a shadow. So well, Anna, do I enjoy gardening? In general, I think yes. We don't have the garden for too long yet, and we are just now starting to get it all a little bit in shape. And because of my illness still, I cannot do that much, and that is very frustrating. I cannot really pull my weight in the garden. So I try again and again, but I have seen today again that the complete day was lost again. So I would like to do more, but I can't yet. I will get there though. I'm sure I will get there again at some point. So okay, so I think the eyes are more or less good. Let me draw in a little bit of the detail beneath. And we can already see a little bit better if we are on the right track. So Kira, can I come to the stream? Okay, thanks for letting me know. I went to bed early yesterday, so I woke up early. I'm very well, don't worry. Okay, perfect. I slept for 2 hours the other day. Okay, so you are getting your sleep, just not every night. Okay. Well, you're young, so I don't worry. Looks great for a drawing. Can I try it? Yeah, the face is really perfect. You know, the direction is really good. Yeah, of course you can. Anna, we can. You want to call it a collaboration? So you draw the same face and we both release on the same time and do it as a collab. Suck at gardening, my rose bushes died because I forget to water them. Yeah, I'm also not that good, so I will have still to learn a lot and get more disciplined. But I don't know how much of me being not that good at gardening comes from my illness, that I just forget stuff. So we will see. Can't keep any plants alive in our house, no matter how hard we try. It's always my mom that buys and kills them. Okay, how is cricket? I haven't heard from cricket in such a long time. He has to be at school age by now. Post a picture of him on the Discord. I need an update. And has he calmed down a little bit? So, try to draw the nostrils, but they are always a little bit difficult. Here it's okay. It's always too cold at my house for them. It gets cold in Australia, yeah. It depends on where you are, right? So... I'm not sure if it is smart what I'm doing here. I'm already more or less committing to how I did the nostrils by using that pencil, because it's really not that easy to erase. So this picture really is a good picture for a portrait, comparatively easy. So if you want something that is not too complicated, this is actually a good picture. He has a very uncommon, I think he has a quite uncommon shape of his head. Very round, very angular. Doesn't really fit together, but I think you know what I mean. It is a very peculiar shape, so you have to meet that. But other than that, he looks directly into the camera, so you have a very classical look. So it's a good picture for a portrait. Comparatively easy. I have drawn more difficult poses, but you cannot always do the difficult stuff, so I'm happy to have a little bit of an easier one today. And it's not even, I'm drawing this actually also because I want to again incorporate a lot of details, more than I normally do, so I'm not challenging me with a difficult template today, with a difficult reference picture, but with the amount of detail I want to put in. So Anna, we don't need this. So do you mean from releasing the video? It doesn't have to be the same time. So I will probably, so this would normally be the Monday release video. So, but it doesn't have to be on the same day or not in the same hour. I understand that it's a bit late on the day also when I release for you, so doesn't necessarily have to be. So we are already at the mouth, which means we have to get that into shape so that it fits from size and proportion and positioning together with the rest of the picture. So okay, I think cricket is good, still a little monster, and you still have first tips when I finally kick his butt out. Okay, Maman Garden, but mostly she just did it for image or something, and mostly the gardener take care of it, and gardener got fired because that person was caught stealing jewelry. Oh, that's terrible. No, we don't have a gardener. Well, there is actually a can you call it landscaper? I'm not sure. We are installing a seating area outside, which is still a bit complicated. So there is somebody external doing something right now, but in general we don't have a gardener. Not yet. Perhaps we will. If I find out, or we find out, that we don't want to garden anymore, perhaps we will get one. So, Cricket is the cat of Shakira. I didn't really know the gardener, but they look old. Okay. I love Christopher Reeve in this movie. I was so sad when he got ill and couldn't act anymore. Yes, I totally get that. But Mary, have you seen the Superman Returns, the sequel? So he was played by Brandon Routh there, and I think he does very well in place of Christopher Reeve. He really manages, or in general the movie really manages to capture the same atmosphere. They have done it really well in that regard. It's not really that beloved, the movie, but I really like it, and I think it doesn't get enough love. That's probably one of the topics I will be talking about in the time-lapse video. Christopher Reeve, he was quadriplegic. Is that the word? I think so. He couldn't walk anymore at some point. He had an accident, I think on a horse, and he couldn't walk anymore, and he couldn't even move his hands anymore. Even speaking was difficult for him, so he could not really act anymore, and he died before Superman Returns came out, I think. At least he is already dead for a while now. But he was not the original Superman. There were movies before that, very old ones, nobody knows them anymore, but he was the Superman, I think. So always like that. Sometimes I and you release videos at the same time. Yeah, perhaps it fits on this time. Ideally, you take a look at Discord, so we can write somewhere, or we can write on Instagram. You have an Instagram, right? I have you added on Instagram. There we can discuss if we want to make it a collaboration. Post a picture whenever my house wakes up later today, so I have a current picture. Perfect, thank you very much. My dad has allergy to cat, so we have I have also a cat allergy, and we had 2 cats, now only 1 cat. She was here earlier, but she's already gone again. Or I had a cat allergy. I'm not sure if I still have one, but I had one when I was made to have a cat. But I got used to it. So you can, even when you're, so there are 2 possible ways if you're allergic to a cat and you get one anyway. So the thing you probably want is that you get used to it. Your body gets used to it, and you don't notice it anymore after a certain amount of time. And the other way is that you get asthma. So it's nothing that I would encourage you to try out, but in theory it is possible. I am living proof for that you can get a cat if you are allergic, and it can go well. So, Christopher was riding a horse, yes. Huh. Yeah. His by most damage, exactly. Thank you very much for detailing that, Alex. That sounds terrible. It was terrible. And such a charming, strong man. Well, he lived still for quite some time. He did not directly die. He lived pretty long in that chair, which is not, obviously not the greatest way to live, but I think he made the most of it. I hope for him that he did. And a lot of years later, they made that Superman Return movie, which was a direct sequel of the Christopher Reeve Superman movies. So it's the same characters, it's the same villain Lex Luthor, and the same style. It really feels like the old movies. So in that way, it was really a good movie. I really liked it. Not everyone does. It doesn't get enough love. So, we have a mouth. Now we need eyebrows, because eyebrows always also get a lot of make it directly look a little bit more like the person. Eyebrows are very important. Who made you have a cat? Sounds like someone forced it on you. Yeah, more or less. I was very open to it because I loved animals, and I did not never get. I have to start differently. I never got a cat because of the allergy. I was not courageous enough to risk it by myself. I always wanted one because at that point in time it was I with the work I did, I was not able to have any other kind of animal. A cat would have been the only thing because I was working long hours. And yeah, with a cat, you can leave her alone for a couple of hours without any issues. In contrast to a dog, which has to be trained to be able to do that. Not every dog is able to be left alone. So yeah, I always wanted a cat, but I did not get one by myself. But then a friend got a job for which he had to travel for, I don't remember anymore, but more than half a year or something. So I took in the cat for that time. And yeah, we bonded a lot. And in the end, she stayed with me. I loved that cat very much. And you still see her in my break screen, the brown one. No, Shakira, you love cricket. You love cricket. So that's the story how I got my cat. And that cat helped me a lot in pretty dark times. She was my... For that time, she was my lifeline. Very thankful for that cat. By the way, are there any issues with the music, with the sound on your side? Because I have actually the music playing quietly here in the background, so I also hear it without headphones. But it should be quiet enough that the microphone doesn't take it again, because you are, so you don't hear it with a, you know, with a, you know. Does the sound, is the sound clear for you, or are there any issues? He looks a little bit, not dangerous in my picture, but he looks a little bit mischievous. But he does look so also in the picture, doesn't he? So not necessarily wrong. Yeah. Favorite actor died last year at 54. He had cancer for 3 years, but he kept working, and his last film was released a month before his death. 53 is not, 54 is not that old. That's reminds me a little bit of Chad Boswick, which you probably don't know. I've drawn him. He played Black Panther. You can find him when you put in Black Panther in my channel. He played the superhero character, and he also died from cancer, but I think he was even younger. Nobody really knew that he had cancer until he died. You wouldn't know from all the stunts and everything that he did in that character role. So I like it. I like, let me say it, I like the way it looks yet. It's not perfect. I have to still put in some contrasts, but the face as it is, I think it's good. It's not bad. I like it. So yes, Shakira. My dad have allergy, my brother and me have asthma things. Yeah, then it's not an option with a cat. Yeah, as long as he can't read, you're safe, Shakira. I won't. I already said it aloud, so I'm sorry if you heard that. You don't hear music? Okay, let me check. Headphone. Something's wrong with the. Wait. Let me check. Something is wrong with the. Ah. Okay, wait. Wait. So, now you should hear it, but it is very quiet, so let me change that. Good thing that we're talking about it. Because you should be able to hear it. I want you to be able to hear it so that it's not too boring with just my voice. So now can you hear it? Geisha, welcome to the stream. Hey. Hi, Isabel. Welcome back. How are you? The actor's name was Irfan. Okay, New Year's illness, still he would not let them stop him from working. Yeah, I get that attitude, so even if it's difficult, but what you can stop living, right? The moment you stop is a difficult moment, because it's very difficult to get back into a normal life, and also you do not really want to lose what you have and what you love, and he, I would think, probably loved his job. But enough sadness and death. Aussie cat mate. They don't have feelings. Okay, Aussie cats don't have feelings. Good to know. So I probably will not import an Aussie cat then. Not sure if this is doesn't look perfectly right, so I have to work on that. He has a very intense face shape, so it will not be easy to really hit that. It's a very strong face. I will have to measure a little bit. So he didn't was on my channel. Second most popular video, but I'm sure you don't know him either. I don't. I'm sorry. You can hear the music. Yay! Someone ever tried a gin tonic to go pre-mix in a can? No, definitely not. It's hard when we lose someone with so much willpower. Yeah, that's true. So let me measure. Two times. It's not wrong. Still, we need to get this a bit rounded down here and here, and a bit. So yeah, I think that works. I think we can keep it like that. Ha! Doctors say he can't live. So that's a nice way to look at it. Narcissus. But not the best top for you today. Or in the last days. The favorite good thing. Something that made you happy. That's a good thing, Alex. So you were made happy by a gin tonic that wasn't as terrible as you feared it would be. Next. Who else has to share something good? So well, I think we are on a good track. I will actually try to draw the hairline. By the way, Anna, do you know Superman as a character? Because I think he is really universal, right? Everybody knows him. Probably haven't seen the movies, at least not the ones with Christopher Reeve. But I would think you know Superman the character, right? So, because now that we have the hairline, we can have fun with shading the face. I'm looking again at this small picture, and actually I don't like it as much in small. I think I still have to rein this in a little bit. I have to be careful that I don't change it too much and don't miss his very characteristic face shape, you know? Have to be careful. It looks more natural this way. Looks a little bit like he has a toothache. So I think it's better. Still not perfect. I think we will leave it as that. So, gift parcel from my friends in Belgium with a late birthday gift and chocolate, which is amazing. Chocolate lives long enough, because to Australia that takes a long time, doesn't it? Country band bars, crappy beer. I'm sorry for that, narcissist. I do have a love vodka. You do? Mixed with something or pure? Pure, you can't drink vodka. I had a party once. It was my birthday actually, where we had what do you call it? Jello? Jello made with vodka instead of water. It was quite a party. I can't eat. You don't drink that in that moment anymore because it is Jello. I can't eat it anymore. I felt so bad. It was really not so perfect party in the end. Belgian chocolate is everything. Do you know those Belgium pralines? Do you call it pralines? Those that looks like seashells. Those are really good. I think they are Belgian. Anna, in all of Europe, it is extremely common to drink. So it's completely normal in Germany, for example. Also, we are known for our beer, and there are not a lot of people that aren't drinking at all. So it is actually not that good. It is a drug after all. but it is extremely common. I can't tell you anything else. It is extremely normal for everybody over 18. Some things you can already drink, the beer, like beer you can already drink when you're 16. So funnily enough, in US you have to be 21, I think, for alcohol. Sugar high chocolate that tastes, yeah, that, no, so too much sugar in a chocolate really kills the taste, doesn't it? Chocolate over here is so much different. They sent me the seashell chocolate. I told you it's that is really good. I like that very much. There are you can get in Germany not Belgium seashell remakes of that kind of chocolate, which are actually also not half bad. They're not the original, but they're still good. They're still good. There's something in there like nougat or something. I'm not sure. I think it is nougat. So caramel filled chocolate. I must men drink here too, but my parents never. We can go on without drinking because it is not that cold. Prefer the dark chocolate as well, not too dark. That tastes like cocoa powder. Yeah, I do like my white chocolate. I'm a white chocolate guy. Yes, it is very sweet normally because, yeah, it's more or less just sugar and a little bit fat. But I am a white chocolate guy. So, I will drink vodka mixed or straight. Also, strongest beers less than some of our weakest. Without anything, vodka is really not nice. Do you have those? They're probably not the same name, but this how do you even, the sour powder? I don't know. You can put it also into water and you have a drink. Was very common a couple of years ago to take that powder, put it in your mouth, and then take a shot of vodka and mix it more or less in your mouth. That was very big in Germany at that time. But don't let us talk too much about alcohol. I want to have a family-friendly channel, and I don't want parents to say, never watch him again, he's just talking about alcohol. So alcohol is not good and you should stay away from it. So White chocolate is the best. Uncle wedding's tomorrow. Oh, and I'm the bridesmaid, so I was like, I got you. It's 1:30 in the morning. Beauty was never an option. Oh, Narcissus, if you have to, I totally understand if you have to leave and sleep. But I know you're not a sleep person, are you? But please don't stay too long that you can't enjoy the wedding tomorrow. I'm sure it will be a beautiful wedding, so... Never an alcohol person, couldn't handle it even when I was younger, and yes, you should stay away from it, as I said. The bride was whiny. So... You have to go, Anna? Oh. Well, it is very late for you, so don't feel like you have to stay. The stream will be available tomorrow, so you can you can still watch it if you like. It won't be deleted. Something is wrong with my streaming software. It says again that we have been streaming for 14 minutes, but it is almost 1 hour and 14 minutes, so I don't know what's going on with that. Good night, Anna, and good night, Narcissus. See you soon. And take care. So I like how it looks already, so I will actually not overdo it in terms of shading. So it will look a bit flatter perhaps than the original, because I don't want to overdo it and shade too much. At least that's how I feel right now. Can again change. Art with N, welcome and thank you very much. How are you today? My coffee is gone already, but that's okay. It gets late here, so I shouldn't drink another coffee. I have though to be a little bit courageous now with some darker areas, like around here where I'm at right now, so it gets a little bit more interesting. and then we will just go where the wind takes us. Venti cup was never an option. Great to hear, and great to hear. I haven't had a coffee yet, and I really want one. Why? It's too early to make one? You mean from in terms of that it is loud because your family is asleep, or why is it too early? I have never heard anybody say it's too early for a coffee. If you are awake and you feel like coffee, I know too late. I don't know too early for coffee. I have to check your channel and see what's new. Yeah, I too. And I too. I haven't been on your channel in a while. I'm sorry. I have to. Definitely have to. I have watched so few videos only in the last time. I've watched a couple today, but I don't really manage to watch a lot of YouTube lately. Like the same brush, just different color. What do you mean? What have I missed? That if I make one at 4 AM and wake my mother up, I won't live long enough to see a second coffee. Okay. I would send you one, but with what the time of a parcel is right now to reach Australia, you're better off to wait until your mom is awake. But 4 AM? Is really only 4 AM? Is what there was there again the time shift or something? Because when I started at this time, I think it was around 5 or something. No? 4? At least in Australia there are areas which is where it is a little bit later. I had a couple of other Aussies here who had at least 6 o'clock in the morning or something. And aren't you not also from Australia? I'm not sure right now. Sorry if I'm wrong. Preparing yourself for painting, yay! I really like your guitar and the color. It was really cool with it. I love how those splashes always look so planned. They're always just perfect little accents. Like also with your Sam picture, they just look like they belong there, so I really enjoy that. Don't have a coffee machine, but the kettle or water boiler is still very loud. Okay. Instant coffee reminds me of my trip to the Netherlands. Holiday at the beach. Where do you travel? It's not restricted to the COVID. Yeah, what are your favorite? That's a good topic. What are you guys' favorite vacation spots when life was still normal? This time is going to be a cut alien from another. I'm very much looking forward to that one, Mary. The times have changed because of the ending of daylight savings. So instead of being 8 p.m. for you and 6 for me, it's now 8 and 4. Terrible! Terrible! Shakira, how can that be? You should all just change to German time. Who cares if during days it's then dark? A small price to pay to being able to visit my streams, isn't it? Netherlands breakfast is bread with sprinkles. It's the same as my country, because we got colonized by Netherlands. I think actually I have eaten that when I was a small child and we had a vacation in the Netherlands. I think I had those morning sprinkles on bread with butter. Just those sprinkles are just sugar, aren't they? I think I have had that in the Netherlands. Fairy bread. Ah. I don't know if it has a special name here. I'm not sure. Just Bali, because it's technically still in my country. Bali. I always wanted to go to Bali. I'm not sure why, because I don't know that much about the culture or something. But those beaches I've seen just look so beautiful. So Bali always stuck in my mind as a country that I want to visit one day. I have actually already been in a couple of countries, but Bali I did not manage yet. My time I would see how long you go when I visit Belgium in a couple. If you visit Belgium and don't tell me, you know that it's only a couple of hours away from where I live, right? I'm in Antwerpen, for example, in probably 3.5 hours or something. So if you don't tell me and I hear from you later that you were in Belgium, ooh, that will be trouble. Care them, but you can still enjoy the sea and the beach. And yes, I've heard there's no corona on Bali. Ah, cool. Couple hours by car. Yeah, definitely. We actually also, it is already a lot better with corona in Germany. So we have, for example, a city, was it Münster? I'm not sure. A city with very, very low corona count. So much better already. Fortunately, it was pretty bad in between here. So I have to be careful with the shading on the cheek, because it can quite fast look as if he is ill or has a toothache or something. And it is because it's made in daylight without direct sun. It is looking very, the picture is very how do you say that? It's smooth. It's not very high contrast. It's not very varied. So the shading has to take that into account. Not too wild. Shading shouldn't be too wild, but still show the three-dimensionality of the face, of course. You always ask where the local beach was, because the tourist-packed beach are just crowded and awful. I can believe that. Yeah, 7-day incidents. 16, yeah, Munster, yeah. Munster. Kalimantan is the capital now, not Jakarta. Ah, okay, I've never heard of Kalimantan, just Jakarta, so I have to try and remember that. Kalimantan. Won't be easy to remember, I'll try. Won't be until after Corona is finished and I have enough money to travel. Yeah, we all have to wait for... Have you ever been, Shakira, have you been? I don't remember if I asked you that before, probably not. Have you ever been in New Zealand? On New Zealand? How do you say that? It's an island, but also a country. And it's pretty close to you, so probably more normal to go there than for Europeans to go there. So, what's your country most visited by tourist spot? In Germany, or? I wouldn't be able to tell you. Probably Berlin or Munich. I would say probably Berlin. And Munich and Cologne are probably close. Close to in number of tourists. And actually where I'm living, the bigger city nearby is also quite touristy. So So this shading here right now, that's also why I don't talk that much at the moment. So I'm sorry if it is a bit boring, but this shading here is quite interesting and important, because as I said, his face shape is quite distinct, And if I shade this not correctly, he will never look like himself. And we don't want that. I will be back with the chat in a second. So if you came new into the chat room, or if you wrote something, I'm not ignoring you. Well, I'm kind of ignoring you. but I have to right now, and I will be back with you in a second. Okay, let's see. I've never traveled out of the country. You don't really have to, though. You have so many beautiful places and different places in Australia. You have so much diversity inside of the country. But it's also a very big country, so I get also how it's difficult to visit too many places. You're not that old, so hopefully it will come that you get to see more. So my country, most people go to beach called, I can't even say that. Pak or Dubrovnik. Mostly any sea town at the national park. Those are not easy words, Mary. Those are not easy words. I'm sorry. I don't even try. I don't want to butcher them. Island countries, so many local, non-local tourist spots, so people only go island to island for fun. Still in the country, but I feel like another country. Ah, okay. Yeah, I get that. I can imagine that it's very different. Plivice, I think I have heard that. So many places I have to Google photo now. Yeah, Google Maps, Google photo search for places is probably the only way we can travel right now, right? There's actually a fun little game. I don't know if you guys know that. I know that's still from my Twitch time, because gaming streamers from Twitch are playing that, or were playing that a lot. That's how is it called? Geolocator, I think. It is a website where you can go to, and it places you in a random spot in Google Maps. So you know this perspective as it's if you were standing there, and you have to find out where you are, and on the map click the location where you started. You can walk around, but you can see, for example, street signs, or try to recognize anything like the language on street signs or something to find out where you are. But it is really difficult. So if you don't know that and you like to guess and like geography, that could be something for you to play around with. country has 9 UNESCO places, so it's fun, I guess. So this is a good that I have the kneadable. I think we have found out last time that I'm saying it wrong. Kneadable eraser, because especially for these shading, this very smooth shading works. You can just use it to lighten what you have drawn up. So if you were too dark or something, you can just use the kneadable eraser to lighten it up a couple of grades, so you don't have to erase everything and start new. Can correct pretty precisely. So if you are drawing with pencil and don't have a kneadable eraser, it is a very good tool. And it's also fun, you can play around with it. So they put Ratu Boko, it will be 10. What is Ratu Boko? Mary, are there any secret beaches, or at least not as full touristy beaches, that you can tell us about, that we can consider to visit? Because I really love the ocean. I really enjoy the ocean. I don't enjoy an overcrowded beach. And it's not easy to get a non-overcrowded beach. At least close by and not too expensive. So he looks a little bit like a chipmunk, but truth be told, he also looks a little bit like a chipmunk in the original. But I just noticed that originally there was a tooth there that I somehow managed to paint black. So let me try to get it back in there. Already he looks a little bit less like a chipmunk. Okay. So 2 in the morning and 5 o'clock I need to do things for Mike's wedding. Sleep, Narcissus, sleep. Sleep. Or I have to ask Shaq to ban you. You need the sleep. So this area is also a bit more complicated, although it is very light, as I said, not that much contrast. Therefore everything is pretty lightly shaded. That doesn't make it necessarily easy. Some cases it makes it even more difficult because you have to be very precise and very light and still visible. And you can't have hard edges. So let me use this one. Thank you very much, Mary. Half my brain said sleep and the other half said Venticup was never an option. Sleep. Narcissus, sleep. So hey Jesse, doggo visit. Hey, was los? Was los? Mein Bärchen. He doesn't like to be that I'm leaving him alone the whole evening. He has to see if everything is alright. Now he's laying down here. So I would ask you people about your favorite Superman movie, but a lot of you have not seen any, I think. If you have seen Superman movies, which ones are your favorites? Newer ones, the older ones? So I like Superman very much. I'm actually not a big fan of the villains that they have used mostly. I think Lex Luthor is a bit boring. Although it is an interesting contrast to Superman. Someone that is really intelligent but not superpowered as an enemy of an extremely powerful being. But it was done too often, I think. I don't know why they had to use Lex Luthor in every single of the old Superman movies as an enemy. As the enemy. Well, they had also, I think in one Superman movie, they had also the one they were using in the new ones, the General Zod and stuff, but that was not a good movie. Yeah, we're not so good in keeping rose bushes alive either, probably. But if he's already dead, then we can't kill it anymore, so okay. Have a lot of fun on the wedding, and I'm sure the bride will be too happy to be too terrible. Or some things will go wrong and she will be devastated and you will have fun with that. So I'm sure either way that you will have fun. So good night and enjoy the wedding. And be careful with your foot. Don't overdo it. You don't want to have an inflammation. I think that's the word. Take care. So I think the first shading, it's not perfect. We have to work on a couple of places still. But it is a first version of the shading. That is not completely off. It is a bit too extreme. Still, it has to be a bit smoother. I think we have to put this higher, for example. So that it doesn't look too extreme. Same on this side. But yeah, we'll have to revisit that. But I think for now it is at a place where we can say we can live with it. Sleep well, Narcissus, and say hi to the groom. So, ears. As always, not the big ear fan. And ears don't have to be so extremely precise anyway. So don't have to overdo it, but still we want to have it to a certain degree so that it at least looks like an ear. So ear number 1. So Shakira, what is the latest ARC gossip? So, yeah, number 2. Still have to find a person that says, I recognize people from their ears, so that is why I don't really take it too seriously to be too extremely precise with ears. I wouldn't recognize a single person by their ears, I think. How about you? Are there any people in your life that you know so well that you would say, I think I would recognize that person by seeing their ears? So the other ear is on the side where there's not that much light, so we will give it a general shade so it's not white anymore. On the other side we have a little bit of white to show there's the light. There is of course also light because it's outside, but not direct light. Nobody wants to talk about ears. I don't get why. So let's see the neck. Let's give it a little bit more of a form. So I'm zoomed in my picture, so I have to scroll a little bit from time to time. That's why I stop. Sometimes. So, and so this is the neck area and décolleté. new arc map coming out on the 26th, and everyone is so excited and just waiting for that. I can't believe that because there wasn't that much big stuff, right, in the arc world lately. So they released the is that, how was it called? Is that already the, there was a big trailer release a couple of months ago. Is that the new map? The story continuation? So a lot of the neck is actually shaded. So we can start with a light shading of most of the neck area. And then go darker from there. So, but I think we are approaching also the end of the stream. So I'm approaching this a little bit differently than the face, where I went directly, I tried to directly go down to the color in every area where I wanted to shade. So here in contrast I'm doing it a little bit different. I am giving it first a general shading and then go darker in the areas where I have to go darker, so that we have just a kind of a foundation. And then we go darker from there. So But as we won't go on forever anymore today, as we are approaching the end, let me tell you a little bit, if you are new to the channel, a little bit again about the channel. I am streaming live 2 times a week. That is Wednesday and Friday, always the same time. Sometimes I am a little bit late because life happens, you know. Sure, you know. But in general the same time, meaning 2 hours before this. The streams go on for about 2 hours. And we are drawing. I'm every time starting a new. There are always exceptions, but in general, I'm always starting one new portrait in every stream. May it be superheroes, like this Superman here. May it be. I even have drawn a video game character from Psychonauts, but in general, portraits. And on Friday we have a Buffy-centric stream. So if you like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, that might be something for you. You're very welcome to come and join. We are on my Discord actually always voting for the Buffy character that I will draw on the Friday streams. So if you want to decide with us, come and join the server. You will find the link to that, as well as to my Twitter account and Instagram and everything else, down in the description of every time-lapse video, not the live videos. I have still to find out how to do that for the live videos, and at least automatically. So yeah, that's about it. There I always release time-lapse videos of the longer live videos, where I also include the first basic proportion drawing, which I don't do live. I do that before the live stream, but you can see that in the time-lapse videos, as well as I have lost my. I was also reading something in chat, so I lost my thought. I'm sorry. So I'm releasing the live video. I'm releasing the long live video. Ah, yeah, I know. I was telling you that already. So I was telling you the beginning is in there, which is not live, and also the completion of this picture will not be live. That will be available in the time lapse then. And I am commenting during every video, so if you're interested in the comment, I try to entertain you. If I fail and you want to see something else from me, let me know. I'm open to critique and suggestions. I don't think so, actually, Alex. I don't think so. I'm not sure though. I had some trouble in the beginning to find the exact shape of the chin area. I redrew it a couple of times. I will have to look at it after a little break. That is also why I'm not able to complete usually a picture during a live stream, not only because of time constraints, but also because I always like to take a step back from the picture and then come back to it with fresh eyes. Often you don't see mistakes or even whole areas that you have just forgotten to shade. You can't see that anymore after 2 hours of concentration. So it is always good to take a break and then get back to it. It can only increase the quality. Of the picture. So also, I have a red-green. I cannot see red and green that well, and skin tone has a lot of red and a lot of green in it. So these very fine shadings are sometimes not that easy for me to see. I'm doing my best. Normally it works out, so can't complain really. I have to drink, I'm sorry. But I think that's it for today. So it's definitely not done. Far from it. Still a lot to do. But I think it's not half bad. So let's say a little bit. Can't imagine what shading was to do for the picture. I don't understand that sentence. I'm sorry. I don't know what you mean. So yeah, we are approaching the end though. Thank you very much, Mary. I'm also quite happy with it, although there's still a lot to do. Also perhaps in terms of contrast, but I will see that actually when I have drawn the hair, because the hair brings in automatically a lot of contrast because it is so dark, so it might just balance it out pretty good. That is why I don't go too dark. Also the feeling of the picture is a little bit more muted. Not that dramatic, because it is natural light, no point lights or anything. It is a lot of how to say it? Well, there are no strong shadows. It is not direct sunlight. The light source is not a direct light source from one point. It is very diffuse. So therefore it could be working already pretty well with when I put in the hair. So I don't have to go too dark on the skin and stuff. But thank you very much, Mary, for staying with me for so long. Enjoy your drawing, and I'm very much looking forward to the video. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's switch to the bigger camera. Okay, we have to do the hair, of course. And then we will get into, normally I don't draw that much clothing, but this is very easy clothing. It is one color, it is very flat. Good night, Marion, thank you very much for staying for so long. The clothing is pretty easy, so we will include it also because I think he's actually pretty recognizable even without the S. Not everyone, especially younger people, will probably know Christopher Reeve, but they will probably recognize this lock of hair and the cape. I think that will scream for a lot of people, even those who don't know Christopher Reeve, that this is Superman. So we will include that. When I put in the hair, I will be able to see if I have to go darker on the skin, but I don't think I want to. There will still have to be a little bit more shading. Here's an area that I should darken. But all that I can see after I've drawn the hair, and perhaps even after I've drawn the cape and shirt, because especially on the cape we have also some dark areas here from the shadow, which will also help us with the contrast. And I think this can in the end look pretty cool. I like it very much. I think you can recognize him. Sometimes you see it better in small, but even when I'm taking a look at the small picture, I think it looks pretty good. And yeah, because for example the nose is quite characteristic, very narrow. The eyes were a little bit more difficult because one is a little bit more pinched than the other, with the raised eyebrow, but I think it works in my version. I have to see if I have to shade a little bit in the eyes. They look a little bit flat, but that is also something that I have to check. Yeah, but that is in general it for today. Thank you very much, Shakira, and thank you very much, Alex. And thanks to everyone who was here and made it so much fun for me today. Very active chat, so thank you for that. That is the best. That is what makes the live videos so much fun. So thanks Narcissus, thanks Anna, thanks to anybody else who I perhaps haven't named yet today, but thank you very much for dropping by. I really appreciate you spending your time with me. And yeah, I have 2 streams a week, this one on Wednesday and on Friday, same time. And I have 2 video releases per week where you can see the complete time lapse for the portrait I have drawn in the streams. So if you want to see how this one turns out, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell so you get an information when the time-lapse video is released, and most probably it will be released on Monday. And then you can see how it turned out. Thank you very much for watching. Wherever you are, I wish you a perfect day or night. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you soon. See you soon. Goodbye.